The only thing, if you didn't paint the background black, that's okay. It still looks nice with a white background. We're just gonna paint the stem of the flower with yellow. And then that's it. We are done with this one. We'll sign and date it, and then we'll do a new painting. So we'll get our yellow and white, just a little bit for now. You don't need too much, I think. We just fixed the camera. I'm just gonna lower the blinds because it's too bright. So just a little bit of yellow and a little bit of white on our palette. And then we're gonna use a round brush. So I have yellow and white. Or a small brown brush. It doesn't have to be the round one. And we're gonna mix a light yellow. I don't want it to be too bright, so I'll get yellow and white. And now I'm going to make points wherever I want to draw the stem. So it begins here. And it goes like this, all the way maybe over here. So I make little indications. And now I just slowly draw it. It's a little bit, oh, sorry. It's a little bit curved. Just gonna fix this. Okay. So it's a little bit curved going down, is thicker where I began, and is thinner here at the end. So we'll draw the basic shapes first, and then we'll see if we need to add more colors. The other one, I start here in the center. This one goes to my right, probably over here. So I like to make 2 dots indicating where I want to go. It's easier. last but not least, we'll make one over here. Starts here, goes like this. And now at the tip, we're gonna put dots around the tip. You can change your brush to a pointy one if you need to.
Andrés.
Maybe we can extend this one a little bit so you can see it against the black background. Let me just bring that further back. So now I'm gonna make a new yellow. So I have yellow. It is going to be darker. So I just added a little bit of yellow to the color I had already. If it's too similar, you can add a tiny, tiny, tiny drop of black, but just a tiny drop. Just to make it a little bit darker. And we're gonna put this new color kind of close to where it starts. So I'm just putting the color at the beginning of the stem. And once you're done, if you're happy with the stems, the highlights, actually now that we have pure white, once you're done with the stems, wash your brush. And now that we have a clean brush, we're gonna grab pure white, just white. And you can see, check your painting, see where it needs more highlights. Usually the borders, like the edge are very light, so you can just do a quick highlights here and there. Make sure your edges are nice and smooth. And if you're done, you can pick a color to sign. If your background is black, you can use pink, yellow, any color really. If your background is light, you can use pink or black. I'm gonna use light yellow to sign mine. Make sure you put the year. And once you're done and had signed, you can get the fresh canvas. I'm just gonna bring this one closer so you can see a bit more detail. And for the next painting, have all your colors next to you. You don't need to put them in the palette yet, but just next so you can quickly grab them if you need to.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When I put in the yellow onto my picture, the color doesn't go on. Is it because of the ink or the paper or the strands I put onto the picture? It goes on the side, and then it doesn't paint on it. It doesn't absorb the paint.
What kind of paper are you painting on?
Well, I have this thing that's given to us.
Canvas?
And what's happening is the yellow does not go on to the paper, to the the color doesn't show. After it dries, it might, but then when I put the thing, it goes on the side. It goes on the side instead of where I want it to be.
Oh, you need, is your first layer dry?
Yeah.
So sometimes make sure you grab less paint, just a little bit. And sometimes you need to do 2 or 3 layers. So put just a little bit of paint.
All right.
Let it
or
dry.
Maybe because my brush is wet. And I should not have a wet brush.
No. Yeah, make sure it's dry. So you're only grabbing paint, not water.
Okay.
And yeah, and then if just the paint itself is not covering the color that is underneath,
it doesn't go on there, so I don't know.
Then just let it dry and add more layers.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll give you a few minutes just to finish the first one. But if you're done, you can start getting your colors. We will use blue. If you have a different blue, if you have 2 blues or more, bring them out. So I have this bright one and then this light one, it's called turquoise. If you have this one, you can use it. If you only have this or this one maybe, just use the blue you have. I think for the canvas, we will use it vertically like this. We'll paint a nice night sky. So we'll paint here blue, lighter blue with stars, and here at the bottom we'll paint the shade of the trees in black. So make sure you have your black. We'll keep the yellow on the side just in case we want to change the color of the blue, just a little bit. Make sure you clean your brush. Gonna remove this one. Let it dry.
Are we starting the new one?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so and do you have the picture, original picture, so I know what the size, the proportion when I draw?
Sure, yeah. Give me one
I just
second and then I'll show
Okay,
you what
sure.
we're gonna paint.
Okay.
So we're gonna paint this picture I found. It's just a nice painting of the skyline. And so this is just square, but if you have, like, I'll do a full rectangle. So basically it's the size of my hand. We're not doing the tent, just the trees.
I don't see the pictures.
Oh, it's right here.
Okay. Oh, you're facing your face is not facing the picture. It's facing at the back.
Sorry,
Yes.
no, do you see
No.
my computer, the picture?
No. No.
Okay,
Oh.
I do see your computer and I see the picture.
Not
You see
where
it?
my face is, because I have two cameras. So not that one, the other one, where the painting was.
Oh, okay. Now I see it. Okay, that's good.
Perfect. So I'll just paint it. We're not gonna do the yellow tent, just trees. So let's get started with our blues. Grab the darkest blue you have. If you only have one blue, then grab that one and put black on the side. So we'll use blue, a little bit of black on your palette, and we'll put a little bit of white. And if we still have the yellow you use, so I have a little bit of yellow left, but we'll start with the blue. So my blue looks like this. If your blue is lighter, you can add a little bit of black. And I'm gonna paint this section over here. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just the first layer. Just kind of in the middle. Just and now, so I have my blue, and I'm going to add a little bit of black, blue and black. I'm going to go on top. So whatever blue you have, just, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. Just make sure that when you go up, you add black. And I'm gonna repeat that process again. I want these corners to be very dark. And as I go down, I put less black and more blue. Remember to try to keep your, if you want to do a bigger painting, that's fine. Just make sure you don't spend too much time on each color because it's gonna take you more time. So again, I have, this is blue and black, then this is just blue. So now if you have a different blue, you can add it now. If you don't have a different blue, we're gonna add white to your blue. So I have a different blue that I want to use, but if you don't have this blue, that's okay, just add white. To the blue you have. If you have a different color that you want to use, you can add it now. So if you, I'm gonna try to mix this color. So I take my regular blue, I take white, sorry, I'm just trying to not cover the painting. And I add a little bit of yellow. So lots of white. So I'm just gonna cover this for 2 seconds. I add a lot of white, a little bit of blue, and yellow. It's not going to give you the same exact color that I'm using, but close enough or different shade. Look at that, looks nice. So I'm going to repeat that. So to mix this blue, I have blue, lots of white, and a little bit of yellow. That gives me the middle blue. You can go back and forth to the previous colors so it blends nicely. I know I'm going fast, but it's just so it blends. Don't let the paint dry because then it's gonna be harder to blend it. I'm gonna make sure you can see that. So the first quarter of my painting is dark blue. Then the second quarter right here is just plain blue. If you have a light blue, you can make it a little bit darker with black. Then this is a little bit of a lighter blue. And here I'm using my funky color. You can use, if you have it, if you have a bright blue, you can use it. Or you can use the previous blue that you were using and just add white and a little bit of yellow to give it. I mixed it and I got this color. It's like a kind of a brighter blue. So it doesn't matter how, like what kind of blues you have. What matters is that you see the difference between the colors. If they all look too similar, then you're not gonna get that nice effect. And I'm just adding that light blue with my regular blue to this section over here. If I'm going too fast for you, don't worry, I will repeat it. I just need to do it fast so my paint doesn't dry. So with your blue, as you go up, you add black. As you go down, you add white.
Painting blue out on the whole page?
Yes, you can. I'm gonna leave this little section
thank you.
here. Yeah, because we're gonna do the black there. So you don't need to paint it. So, like, I'm going to repeat. So this is dark blue or blue and black. This is just blue. And this is blue and white and a little bit of yellow. And as I go farther down, I just add more white to the color I have. have fun mixing the colors. If you're not loving the transition you have, that's okay, just paint over it. The more layers you have, it's gonna look smoother. And then I wanna bring this light color a little bit up here, just a little bit, not to the corners, just in the middle. Some paints are not or are too transparent and you can see through the canvas. So what you can do is just add more layers. You can even put pure black in the corners up here. Just make sure you blend it. And I'm happy with my blues. I'll wait for you to catch up. I'm just going to repeat again. I know I went a little bit fast, but at the top, pure black or mostly black, a little bit of blue. This section is mostly blue. This section is just blue, no black at all. You start to add white and you can put a dot of yellow to get a more greenish blue. And at the bottom, just light blue. You can add a little bit of yellow just to keep with that greenish blue, but don't add too much because then it's gonna look green. If you're happy with your sky, we're gonna do the stars now. You have two options to do the stars. So the first option is just grab a round pointy brush. And you get white on the tip, like this. And you just start adding dots one by one. Option number 2 is a little bit more messy, so if you're doing this, make sure you have something underneath your painting, maybe paper towel. You're gonna have a dry brush and another brush. Doesn't matter what kind. So I'm gonna show you here. So this is actually my brush. It's broken. So I just grab white on the tip. And with the stick or with another brush, I just start to do this. You see how the little dots start appearing? This way is going to be nicer, just because every single time you're going to get different shapes and sizes of the stars. And also you're not going to take that much time. So you can do either way. This way is my favorite way because it's more fun, but you can put just a paper towel around, grab a brush or a pencil or anything. We can quickly clean this up after. A dry brush. I grab paint on my brush and just start flickering like this. Notice how I do it. I just kind of hit the brush. As soon as I'm done, I grab my paper towel and clean it. Don't let it dry. You can even get a little bit of water on your paper towel. And that's it. Very easy way of making stars. So I'm gonna bring the camera closer so you can see. If you're not getting enough splatter, maybe add a little bit of paint to your brush. More paint, or hit it stronger. You get all different sizes of stars. I think a round brush might work better, but didn't really try with the other one. So if you're having trouble, let me know, but it's very easy. I just hit it like this. Forcefully down. Not soft and not just the tip. You want to make sure it bends, because once it becomes straight again. So it's bending right here. Once it becomes straight again, that's when you get all this splatter. You can do as much as you would like. Just remember, don't let the paint on your brush dry if you wanna keep it clean. The corners. As soon as I'm done, I wipe it off. If you're taking too long and the paint is drying here, just grab your paper towel, wipe it off, and you can do it again. It's just harder. I don't want you to ruin your brushes. You can still remove it after the paint is dry, but it's not as easy. If you want to add bigger ones, you can with the tip of the brush. Just touch it. Just brighter stars in the sky.
And I need to paint
If you're done with the stars, you can wash your brush. Make sure don't let the paint dry on the brushes, because then that's how they get damaged quickly. You're all done with your stars. We'll get a small flat brush and black paint, just pure black. Now we're going to paint, well, two things, the ground, which I'll use just a slightly bigger brush, and then the trees with a smaller brush. If you only have one, you can use the one you have. It's just easier when we're covering large areas when it's bigger. So just the bottom here. Make sure your line is straight at the top here. I have a flat, smaller brush. I'm gonna grab paint on the tip, and I'm gonna kind of mark where I want the trees to be. So first, make sure this is straight. So we have one over here, one over here, smaller one, but big over here, a taller one here, and two smaller ones over here. So this is for me to know the location, the position of the trees. So I like to draw trees. Let me just do it on this side. My flat brush against the canvas like this. I just dab, dab, dab and go down. You see how I don't cover the entire area? So I go down, my marks are bigger, but I leave a little bit of a space in between each one, especially at the top. I just continue going down like this. Here at the bottom, I don't leave that much space. And it's just touching, dab, dab. And at the bottom, things will get darker. You can, if you want, you can wait for me to finish the first tree so you know the shape. It's long. So I just dab left to right, left to right. Just touch and lift the brush. Touch, touch, touch. At the bottom, I put more pressure because it's darker, but at the top, not as much. If you have too much paint, just put it over here, the excess. I'm gonna zoom in.
Silvana, can I just
Yeah.
do a quick reminder?
Yeah.
Just a friendly reminder for all the students. Remember that we are gonna use 10 of your 10 of your paintings, and we're just gonna make it into some cards, some like a postal cards. So that's a project that we've been working on it. So try to save 10 of your favorite pieces, and just let us know which are the 10s that you like the most. And in that way we can just make it like a beautiful, like a thank you cards for this Christmas.
Well, that's very nice. I think you have lots to choose from. I think we've painted quite a few now.
I know.
And our last tree. So after you're done with your trees, the last thing is just grab a little bit of white, and we'll just do a little line here, kind of to show that the light is bouncing back. And you can put a few highlights on the tree, not too many. So just a few dots where you will think that just the top of the leaf is. I'm doing the same highlights with a little blue that I had left over. If you don't have any more blue, or if it's dry, you don't need to do this part. Just going back again with black. And we're done. So we will sign it now. Use any color to sign. I think I'm gonna use blue. You can use white. And that's our painting. Make sure you sign it. Very, very easy painting. You can stop recording this.
Okay.
Thank you.